Alright, so I told myself I'd limit myself to buying things that I could only fit in my carry-on, because I basically brought it empty, and I did not adhere to that at all. Howdy y'all, I hope you guys are all doing well, I hope you guys are safe, and I hope you guys are healthy. My name is Josh, and I absolutely love clothing, personal style, and things of that nature, so if you're into that type of content, feel free to subscribe to me on YouTube, as well as follow me on Instagram at wears_golf. Today, I have a pickups video. I haven't done a pickups video in quite a while, but I have a lot of stuff to show you simply because I'm back from Japan, and I spent plenty of money on new items. And I tried to make sure I couldn't get these items in the US, or like it was harder to get in the US, because if I can just get it here, I might as well just buy it online or something. But plenty of stuff, not just clothes, a lot of different things too. So let's get right into it. So I want to put this part at the beginning of the video just to kind of conceptually help anybody who's like going to Japan anytime soon. But when I was there, the conversion rate from dollars to yen was high. So it was 155 to 160 Japanese yen to a dollar, which is really high in comparison to what it was in the past. I think in the past I was kind of used to like a dollar being equivalent to about 100 Japanese yen. So that boost in what the dollar is worth made shopping so much better when I went there, and everything seemed so much cheaper. As well as some places in Japan offer tax-free shopping, so if you bring around your passport, which I highly suggest you do, you get tax-free shopping plus, I mean like the retail price, but the retail price is that much better because the yen is worth less in comparison to the dollar. I don't know if that's confusing to you guys, but it made shopping so much better because I was getting so much better prices than what I could get back home. Buy glasses in Japan if you wear glasses, or if you don't wear glasses, but glasses in Japan are so cheap in comparison to what I would have to pay in America. In America, with like insurance and stuff, I'd buy glasses for like $200 with like special lenses and whatnot. But buying glasses in Japan was so cheap. I paid like maybe 65 to 85 at most for the glasses. These are from Jin's, a collaboration with Beams. Actually, right here, they give you a special case as well. These ones aren't prescription because sunglasses take longer for them to make the lenses because of the tinting. And so I'm going to wear these with contact lenses, or find someone who can actually make prescription lenses here in the States with like UV protection. Another Beams Jin's collaboration. These ones are prescription and they look very similar to the sunglasses I just showed you. Like an interesting like bold shape. Also clear acetate frame. What's great too is that like I am of Asian descent, and the glasses in Japan were made so much better for my face shape. I would really struggle to find the proper glasses to actually fit my face in America, whereas like almost every one of them fit in Japan, which was awesome. Then next up is going to be this pair right here. This came in a cool little like carrying pouch, because this is a collaboration with Snow Peak. Japanese outdoorsy brand, really cool. These are kind of like tortoiseshell brown frames. They, in my opinion, look really good on me. My favorite part about these glasses are their prescription, and if I don't want that, I just flip them up. They're prescription glasses, I can wear them. I mean, I do have this little hanging thing here, which is a little awkward, and if I don't want those there, all I have to do is just snap it off. Not even snap, they're magnets, and they snap into place like right over here in the corner, and all I have to do is that. That's so cool. And it's also adjustable in the ends of the arms here to fit around your ear better. These are probably my favorite pair that I got, even though they are kind of like pretty normal looking. Last one is going to be from Owndays. And these are not anything too special, but these are gonna be kind of like an acetate frame, gradient from black to clear at the bottom of the frame. Again, like 65 to like 85 bucks. So cheap in comparison to what I was used to at home. Did decide to kind of experiment with headwear in Japan, again because it's cheaper, but this right here was like $26 or something like that, and this is kind of like, you can kind of see through it. It's this interesting, the texture reminds me of like a potato sack, like one of those woven potato sacks. You can kind of see through it a little bit. But this I found in the women's section in Beams. Beams is kind of like a Japanese department store or whatnot, and it's like a woven beret. I mean, usually berets are like wool and they'll like kind of keep your head a little bit warm. This one is really good for where I'm from in Las Vegas because this is kind of a really breathable version of a beret. I don't know, I'm not 100% sure if it works that well on me, but I'm willing to try and make it happen. This one is going to be kind of like a newsboy cap in a way, like the same hats they kind of wear in like Peaky Blinders. Really cool texture, kind of gives that patchwork Boro look to it. I really like this one, and like while like wearing this one and like my glasses is actually pretty cool. I like the look. I think I look older, to be honest with you, but cool hats. Next up, what I got to show you guys is another hobby that I practice alongside like me liking clothing. Got kendamas in Japan. Kendamas are originally from Japan and a really, really fun skill toy. This one is a Mugen. Really, really cool kendama. They actually have a lot of like nuances to them. They have a lot of like, you know, the weight of the kendama matters, or the paint and stuff like that, but cool game, cool toy. I went to Mesh in Omotesando, which is a really, really, really good kendama shop. Also got this one right here, a black custom Ozora. Have like rabbits running across here. Again, super cheap in comparison to what I can get them for in the US, but something that completely ties into like me loving fashion. I have this kendama right here. This is like a traditional kendama. I think the brand is Meiji Takumi or something like that. This is cool because I got a holster for it, and I got a holster from Blackmeans. If you don't know what Blackmeans is, kind of like a crust punk brand. They're really well known for their coin pouches that I used in the trip as well. Really, really cool accessory, and this is an equally cool accessory because it's a leather holster for the kendama. That's awesome. And they have like their kind of iconic looking hardware and branding at the top. Blackmeans. Super cool that my interest outside of fashion is coinciding with a fashion accessory, and this can like hang on my belt loop or hang off my bag. Just a really, really, I don't know. It made me very happy to see like two interests of mine kind of intertwining. All right, let's finally get to the actual like clothing. I'm not really gonna go in any particular order. I'm just gonna kind of go in like what's like in front of me and available. But this right here is a hilarious shirt that I got from Uniqlo. I only got this because the structure of the shirt is really cool in my eyes. This is going to be a Peanuts Uniqlo collaboration, and if you can see on the sleeve, it actually has a raglan sleeve, which means that instead of like cutting straight down to attach the sleeve to the body, it actually cuts across your, well, from armpit to neck line, and it actually highlights your shoulders really, really well. And boom, Uniqlo raglan cut sleeve. Really funny graphic for me. Cool. Like not a serious item, but like a novelty, I guess. Next pickup is going to be a footwear pickup. This is going to be the Onitsuka Tiger Mexico 66, leather, black, yellow. Really interesting shoe. So when I was in Japan, I really wanted to kind of take a look around at everybody else around me and see what was like a trend for them or something really popular for them that I could kind of bring back home, and it kind of reminded me of what I saw out there, and that was this company. Onitsuka Tiger has a really storied past, really, really interesting, and really close ties to Nike. At one point, they were kind of partnered in business, but this pair right here particularly is going to be the Bruce Lee Kill Bill colorway. Really, really cool looking shoe. It definitely gives German Army Trainer or Adidas Samba on the toe, kind of that German Army trainer accent with the kind of Asics logo. So fun fact, Onitsuka Tiger and Nike used to be partnered together, and the Nike Cortez, or just the Cortez, was created by Bill Bowerman for the Onitsuka Tiger and Nike. But when they split, Nike kept the Cortez and Onitsuka Tiger made its own version called the Corsair. Well, later on, Onitsuka Tiger decided to partner up with 2 other companies and create Asics. But Onitsuka Tiger is kind of the originating company. Really cool little tidbit of footwear history. It goes way deeper than that, but for purposes of this video, really cool shoe. Rather narrow, so if you have a wide foot, might not work all that well for you, but I think that these are so sick. I know I'm going all over the place here, but I'm just showing things as I see them. This right here is going to be a Blackmeans blazer kimono thing. So Blackmeans is definitely known for like doing like reconstruction and creating items out of what seem like other items. A very like punk, crust punk approach to clothing design. And this is no different. I love this thing so much. I've been really getting into like incorporating more formal wear into my everyday outfits and stuff, and this thing is so cool. Like, it gives like Japanese kimono naragi type of vibes, but also it is like a blazer. It looks like a blazer. It has the pockets of a blazer, chest pocket right over here. So it's making like a formal item more casual, and I absolutely love that concept. Looks really cool. A lot of really frayed and distressed edges like over here. Really cool. I love Blackmeans. I really love Blackmeans. Unfortunately, I don't really have the body type for most Blackmeans, just because they're like super skinny and crust punky. So yeah, I don't have the body type for it, but whenever I find a piece of Blackmeans that I fit, 100%. Next up is going to be a pickup, not necessarily from Japan, but literally the day before I left for Japan. This is going to be the Rick Owens Adidas collaboration from like the 2010s. These are the Adidas Rick Owens Mastodons. You can really see kind of like the origins of the exaggerated silhouette inspiration coming from here with the shell toe, and then the really kind of like massive over-exaggerated sole here. The texture on the leather is absolutely beautiful, and this is something that I've been looking for quite a while, because back in like the early, or like kind of like mid 2010s, I really wanted this shoe, but didn't have money at the time. I went to Buffalo Exchange, exchanged a bunch of stuff, and so I practically got these for free. Another footwear pickup is going to be this shoe right here. Objectively, I think this is one of the ugliest shoes that I've ever owned, but something about them makes me love them. This is going to be the Birkenstock Montana, and obviously everyone's heard of Birkenstock as of late. Super popular shoes, especially the Birkenstock Bostons, but these are the kind of like lace-up, closed-back version of them. So the toe box is very similar to a Boston, but we have these really strange laces, and literally your foot and sock peeks through these little holes. Laced up, closed back, still that kind of cork-ish insole, but classic Birkenstock tread there. These are like, yeah, when I saw these, because like I've wanted these for a while, I'm like, these are so ugly, but they're so like cool at the same time. But yeah, Birkenstock Montana. Okay, I just wanted to show another thing really quick, just because I got this right when I got back from Japan. So technically not really a Japan pickup, but this right here is a CCCP Russian hockey jersey. Super cool. I know nothing about hockey, but I went to a garage sale and grabbed this for $5, and I was like, that's sick. It's kind of cool. And so this summer, I'm sporting a gigantic Russian hockey jersey. I know nothing about sports, to be quite honest. So if you know anything about it, let me know in the comments down below. All right, this next one, so happy about. So happy about. Kapital. Everybody knows about Kapital by now, but there are so many shops in Japan. In Ebisu itself, there's like 3, like within like 2 blocks of each other. So if you're gonna go to Japan, check out Legs, Naked, and Duffel. They're all in Ebisu. Easiest place to see the most Kapital This is going to be a pair of overalls in this really cool striped black and gray pattern. Really, really cool. Like really high-waisted overalls. Kapital had a lot of absolutely amazing, unique pieces. This one was from Kapital Duffel, and in Kapital Duffel, we, like me, my girlfriend, and my brother, we all had this like really great interaction with the workers there. We had such a great time talking to them and just looking at stuff. So Duffel is my favorite. Really cool, high-waisted, super high-waisted overalls. And this was probably like, after converting it, was I think 250 bucks. It seems like Kapital prices in Japan are like half the price anywhere else. Really seems like Kapital in person in Japan, like Kapital retail, is really not too expensive. I know outside and like any retailers that carry Kapital is super expensive, but at Kapital, it's not so bad. Next up, I got this one at Nubian. Nubian is a shop that sells a lot of different brands in Harajuku, actually. This one is going to be some black shorts, like really wide at the bottom, and obviously they have these motifs. They look like knit flowers that are just attached to black shorts. I've been wearing Dickies black shorts quite a lot recently, and when I found these at Nubian, I was like, you know what? These are pretty cool. Like a cooler version of the Dickie shorts that I wear all the time. This is a J.W. Anderson and Moncler collaboration. They were on sale, and I mean, I paid a pretty penny for them. I think I paid $300 for them, but pretty cool, really fun, and I don't know, I've been feeling like I want to dress a little bit more whimsical. I'm always in like super serious all black and stuff. So I'm trying to balance out whimsical with mature is what I'm trying to go for. I'm not really sure, but these shorts, adorable. This next one is in direct opposition to what I just said. They're very serious, I guess you could say, but this was a cool buy. This was probably one of my favorite purchases on the trip. This is such a cool buy. This is a pair of Julius gas mask cargos. Really dope. The good thing about them is that, you know, I don't know if you guys are aware of Julius, but Julius is like an avant-garde Japanese brand that they have a shop in, I think it was Kendama. Correct me if I'm wrong, but in their shop they had the gas mask cargos, which they're very well known for. However, most of Julius gas mask cargos are going to be super skinny leg. This one is super wide leg and in a material that is really lightweight, so they work for Las Vegas. And wow, they are so beautiful. I don't know if you could see that gas mask bag detailing on the leg. So basically what these are is going to be, you know, maybe I can find them in my apartment. Hold on just a second. I found it. This is a vintage military gas mask bag. This is like the real deal. Obviously it opens up and is a little pouch. It is really strange on how they hold it. I'm not really sure how it's supposed to be held or worn, but look at the shape of this and look at the clasp closure and all that. Take a look at that. And then the reason why they call them gas mask cargos is because they literally took a pair of their pants, remade that shape, and slapped it on as the cargo pocket. Looks super cool. Looks both utility, but also super interesting in terms of like theming. So it's like vintage military inspired, but at the same time super forward thinking and avant-garde. Really love these cargo pants. The material itself is perfect for where I'm at. I did pay a pretty penny for this one. This was probably the most expensive. Yeah, I think this was the most expensive purchase on the trip itself. But I've wanted a pair of gas mask cargos for quite a while, and especially in the wide leg variant. So these were like $500 or something like that. But love to have them and to buy them like specifically from the Julius store. Really cool experience. Really nice people that were helping me out. You've heard of Panda Dunks, but these are Panda Derbies. Love this thing. It's so funny. I bought these, I guess, as a novelty. I had no idea what company this was from. We just stumbled across their shop and I saw this and I was like, yo, that's incredible. So it's from a company called Scotch Grain, which is a Japanese shoemaker. I had no idea of their brand beforehand, but they obviously have a panda with a mustache on the toe, and the laces are kind of ribbon. So it gives this, I mean, obviously a derby is kind of like a adult, mature shoe, but then this contrasting paneling for one is a really nice touch, as well as ribbon lacing makes it really I don't know, coquette. I know that's like a really big thing like for women's fashion right now, but the ribbon lacing kind of gives me that vibe. And then just the toe box. Come on, that's hilarious. So really happy to buy this shoe, and I thought for a really well-made shoe that already has kind of not Vibram, but protected soles and heel, I was like, you know what? I think I have to do it. They're so funny. This one right here is going to be a black pair of sweatpants, but not just any black pair of sweatpants. They are from Needles, as you can tell from the embroidered butterfly logo. These I got from Lazy Hazy Planet, which also sells Blackmeans in Harajuku. Really cool pair of black sweatpants. You'd think they're kind of boring, but they're actually kind of like a flared black sweatpant. Really interesting shape, but alongside that is their frilly or fringed. So the closer that I get, you can see that. And what really sold me on these is that they are really comfortable for one, and for two, when I put them on and was like walking, I could see these just shake and give so much movement that I was like, this very simple pair of pants it offers so much in an outfit, and I really love that aspect of like moving and like the garment moves with you. So cool. And I paid, it was not bad, it was like 120 or maybe 130 bucks. Lastly, I saved this one for last because it's probably the most adventurous piece of clothing that I bought, but also the best deal that I got. So this is going to be a pair of seersucker, yellow seersucker pants. Bought these from Nubian as well. Nubian is, here's the tag for that, Nubian in Harajuku. But this is a pair of yellow seersucker post-archive faction pants. So weird to have like, well, I really like material seersucker because it's very lightweight and really good for hotter climates like Las Vegas. Yellow seersucker I've never seen before. You can see the paneling of the pant is very, well, I don't know if you can see it in the video, but the paneling of the pant is very PAF, post-archive faction. They always have some really fascinating paneling going on in their garments. And this I got for like $150. It was the last one, the last size, thankfully it was my size. And like 150 bucks for post-archive faction. I was like, this is a steal. 150 bucks for a brand new post-archive faction. Really interesting. And I've never owned PAF before. Maybe I'll get into it more. But for that deal, I was like, you know what? I gotta do it. It's just far too good. Because if you're unfamiliar with post-archive faction, their prices will get into like the 400s-500s. Really good first foray into the brand. The last one is super unserious. Potato Corner. I love Potato Corner so much. We have one in Las Vegas left, and I know Potato Corner like came from the Philippines or something like that. Well, when I was in the Philippines, bruh, they had Potato Corner merch at Uniqlo, and I'm like, this is amazing. So I bought like 3 Potato Corner shirts, and not only that, but this dude right here, let me show you how it works. You can put it, it's a magnet, and he just hangs out on your shoulder. This is fire. And this was $4. So, different day, different fit, different everything. It's a different day. Because I completely forgot to add this into the video, and I don't know where in the video I'm gonna add it to, but I'm so glad that I remembered while I was editing, right here. This is probably one of my favorite things that I've got from Japan. I got this at a Second Street, which Second Street is kind of like a secondhand shop, kind of thrift store type deal. But right here, this is going to be in the shape of a Birkin. It's not an actual Birkin. I want to be very clear about that. I didn't find a Birkin at a secondhand shop, but this is in the shape of a Birkin. And if you're unaware of what a Birkin is, an Hermes Birkin bag is going to be probably one of the most expensive bags that Hermes offers. This is in this exact same shape as that, and you can see kind of like the front clasp area is similar as well. So yeah, so from Second Street, and I got it for, I think, $75. And this thing is so cool. It's like a really large Birkin bag. I can hold it on the side. Looks sick. I put my Capital bandana on there, so to kind of give it a little bit of a detail or added detail. This is made of vintage military canvas, which is awesome. So just take a look at that. I'm usually not a huge fan of brass hardware, but with the vintage military canvas, I think it pairs really, really well. It looks really good, and I'm not usually a handbag type of guy, but when I saw this, I was like, yo, this is so cool. So I had to buy it, and yeah, one of my favorites that I got in this entire trip, and you'll be seeing me around in this thing. But anyway, that's the pickups video. I appreciate you guys watching. I mean, going through all this stuff, it's kind of making me like go over like when I got it, and such a good trip. Really enjoyed myself. I really want to go back now, but we'll have to see when that happens. It's expensive to get there, but once you're there, a lot of the things are cheap, like shopping and food are very cheap, and very good quality. So that's all I really had to show you guys for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate your time. And until my next one, I'll catch you guys later.